Alright, hello guys, welcome to the second interview in the series. Today we've got a very special guest. We have Kiddy, who is rank 1 Milia 3, sitting just under 200k as of the time of the interview. No doubt by the next day he'll probably have hit 200k. Once again, this is a new series where we're interviewing the highest players on Milia 3 to try and gather as much information as we can so that we can learn their ways and grow ourselves. Once again, this is recorded all live on Twitch, twitch.tv/BrandyDoNout. Link will be in the description. So if you do want to join in with some of the interviews at some point, do be sure to go and give that a follow. So once again, thank you to Kiddy for his time. It is once again a very long interview and very informal, so you don't have to watch the whole thing, but it will probably be very useful if you did. Let's get on with it. Thank you very much, guys. But yeah, let's move on to Kiddy. Like I said, he's sitting just under 200k CP. Level 70, 35%. So he's the highest level and highest CP currently on the server. He's a Slayer class. Highest CP there by a long shot as well. That's a 40k difference, which is insane. So I'm just going to give Kiddy a call.
What's up?
How you doing, Kiddy? How you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm not doing bad. I'm enjoying this. This is fun. It's a nice little format.
You're back?
I'm back, yeah.
Branny's back?
Branny's back. Hashtag Branny back. I went off. I left for a day.
He left the game for a day.
I left the game for a day. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not gonna be back for like all the purple farming and things like that, but
yeah,
mobs and things like that.
on that as well.
Yeah, it's just not
I
worth
napped
the effort.
all day.
Yeah. Yesterday during the world bosses, I was asleep as well, whilst my ult was AFK. So that's why I didn't pop up there. Can you tell us your secrets? Okay, we've already got people coming in. So if you want to share screens, perfect.
Yep, doing it.
Let's bring Kiddy across, and we can see his.
Let me know if you need higher quality or whatever.
Oh, you should be good. Let us know if there's any problems there, chat. So we're currently interviewing Kiddy. He's sitting at the top of the server. Kiddy, talk to us. You're farming mobs.
Alright.
What's your day today? What do you do as soon as you log in the morning?
So first there is, I think, the command on my channel that is the best advice I can give, which is if you're a new player, focus on imprints first. If you're just new to the game and you haven't done anything, just go in there and do all of these. Try to get as many blues as you can on the side, or purples or whatever, but obviously blues are better. Well, purples are better, but they're much rarer.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're done with imprinting, you can start doing your soul stones. As you can see, I've grinded them quite a bit. I'm on my way of doing legendaries right now. It takes a while, but yeah. Try to have a lot of small ones that you can max as well, so that you can raise them and get them ready to get legendary, etc. So you can see I have like one square ready. I'm getting the second one ready, and once I'm done, I'll be able to try for a legendary.
Ooh, that's exciting.
So yeah, those gems are really important, obviously, and they're easy to do throughout the story because you get a lot, so you might as well store them all while you progress. So imprinting, soul stones. What would I put third? I guess we can go in daily stuff now. What I do on the daily.
Yeah. Okay. So first thing you do when you wake up.
First thing I do is check events if there is one of those going on anywhere.
Yep.
Because XP is really important for me because I want to keep first in XP, so I just make sure I can keep high XP at all times. If it's 100 XP earned in a low level zone, I usually won't do it. But if it's like natural, that kind of stuff, I will go.
Yeah.
But that's just for me. Gold earned is pretty good, but you don't really need gold past the point, as we've seen with alts.
Yeah, of course.
And where I'm pexing right now is Reno Scratcher. But it's mostly because this is I farm most of this and I farm most of this. So I'm just doing the research here, finishing the research here.
Okay, that's great. So after you woke up, you checked your
So, I wake up, check my events, donate to the guild with gems.
Always with gems.
Check the trading post if I sold anything, but I'm not selling too much right now. I'm just selling those. Then I start Abyss. I'll usually do Nightmare 3 as much as I can in AFK farm. Don't really care about the books myself because I buy them like a whale. But otherwise, you don't like if you want to do the entrance into home run. I think it's a good idea. You can also do it on Which one is it? This one as well. On 2 and 3 you can do them.
So you say you don't focus on magic tomes in Nightmare 3. What's your focus when you go to Nightmare 3 then? Because I know XP gains are quite
Well,
high
these
there.
days I do that, do the event
Yep.
as much as I can to try and get this. Then I do Nightmare 3 because you get so many soul stones out. How do you
Soul
call them?
shards, yeah.
Yeah, the soul shards. You get so many soul shards out of them, and it's really easy for me to have a high rate of killing mobs because most zones are not contested, and if people see me show up, they usually leave.
Yeah.
Which is an advantage I have. But I do that. Then I do the events, or one way or the other. If I have any refresh, I'll usually use them. I don't have any right now, but they're bringing some in the daily rewards that we get, I think,
Ooh.
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we are. Beautiful.
So everyone will get a recharge. I would highly advise to use them, especially since in the beginning of like in the early game, or if you bought some packs in the game, you get a lot of these.
Mm-hmm.
So might as well use them as much as you can. As you can see, I spent a lot. I have the 200 thing in here. And yeah. Next thing is going on each alt and picking up every single thing. It's usually I usually divide it reset, but just pick up everything you can. Then what I'll do is check my soul shards. Depending on how many I have, I'll start upgrading gems. And yeah, that's pretty much all I do on a daily now. And then it's grinding mobs, world bosses, and checking the trading post so that I can do my item sets. Because item sets are the best source of CP right now.
Okay, so let's move
As
on
you can
to
see,
item sets.
I have quite a bunch. I could just do that. I'm stupid.
Yeah, there you go. So you've done 113, which is, you're a sixth of the way there. That's insane.
Of all of them, Demon Stunts is really easy for me to get because I got nice placement on bosses, and therefore you get a lot more of these. That's how I got so many. Which is what actually Space is missing on right now. If Space had this, it would be way ahead of me.
Yeah.
In rare gear, I have some of those, but that's it. It's not. I'm still doing it. It takes a lot of work because you always have to go in the list and check what you need, check the prices on trading market, see if you can buy them, see if you looted them. So it takes a lot of time, and you spend a lot of moments scrolling that menu just so you can go to the next thing in here in Solidarity and stuff. And there's no research bar, so I just spend a lot of time scrolling this thing and checking what I need in there and
So
upgrading them as I
that's
go.
actually something that a lot of people might miss. A lot of people don't actually know that once you get through all the glory stuff, there's a bunch of level 1 solidarity stuff, and then level
as
1
you
trust
go down,
things.
you unlock trust, solidarity. Trust is here. It's at the end.
So a lot of people are like, oh, now I need level 8 glory.
And if you go further down, you find these, which are usually from +5 to +7, and then from +7 to +9, which are also kind of hidden. But it's usually like you'll need 3 weapons in glory, 3 boots in trust, 3 boots in honor, that kind of stuff. Those are kind of easy to get, and I would recommend getting on those. But yeah, a lot of it depends on the trade market. If the trade market has interesting prices on an item because someone isn't aware of the price, etc., then it's easy for me to buy.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's really dependent on the meta. Because if more people learn about how good that is, then the blue items will go up in price, and then nobody will really be buying.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I just do it whenever it's cheap.
Yeah. So what would you consider cheap? Would you look at the prices and say, right?
Oh,
okay,
definitely 10. Like if you find anything when you go in there, like a trust statue for 15 is pretty good because as you can see, they usually sell for 20 or 30.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just those people don't know the price, so they adapt it to this one. Same thing for like Hunter can be really expensive because not a lot of people are actually selling those, but sometimes they pop up and they're at 10, and I buy those. Same thing for pretty much everything, to be honest. If it's around 10, then it's usually worth it. This one is at 24. Don't really know why. It should probably be more expensive, but yeah.
Yeah.
I usually also check other classes to see value, because you can see the Hunter on Slayer are 250, but if you go on, I don't know, Gutsinger, Hunter is 10.
Wow.
So, yeah. Like, it's really up to how the prices are set up and where you can buy things that you can use in your item sets.
Yeah, of course.
That's all the game is about right now for me. It's the only big gain of CP I can make, so it's a lot of gambling and buying and selling so that I can get enough gems so that I can trade those.
So item sets
and buying these as well. I would recommend always going in there, checking the lowest prices. As you can see, 21 for 10. It's really cheap.
Even 50 there for 25. Wow.
Yeah. people don't really pay attention to the prices set on that.
Yeah,
It's really easy to get a lot for cheap, 25, 45, 50 again.
that's brilliant. It's a great amount of
Yep.
price. Yeah, that's crazy value. Because then you're not running around in the abyss all day trying to farm,
Yep.
5 or 10 of them. So when you get red, of course, you can do it. Of course, being part of a good guild will help with that because the guild leaders will
You get more
likely be on
gems,
top.
yeah.
You get more red gems even as a free-to-play player. So obviously try
Okay,
and...
we got 400 today. I got 400 today and gave 200 to people.
Yeah, I saw that. Haven't claimed them yet, but I will be. Okay, so in terms of, so you focus on levels and stuff when you're farming. What about drops and things like that? Do you involve in those at all? Are you trying to get lucky with drops? Or?
Every once in a while if I can, but I don't really care. As you can see, my stuff is really basic right now. It's all Brilliant +5. I only gambled on the shoes that got them. Cape I got lucky on because I was buying a lot of blues because I didn't get a purple one yet. So as I was buying a lot of blues, I just tried upgrading randomly and eventually got a +7. Rings is pay to win, so don't really focus on those. Unless you are gonna spend on gems, in which case, if you want to spend on gems and still want to go game ball, but still do it safely and have a net worth at the end, like a net gain, then do rings. Because it's the safest thing and it's really easy to upgrade.
Okay.
Earrings, same thing. I just got lucky. I was doing upgrades for item sets and got a blue, but eventually I'll be looking for another purple.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I try to do my demons a bit more. I know that Jeff was saying it's useless. I try to stay on top of them now because I dropped twice out of them in one night.
Like 2 purples? Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
So I think it's kind of worth at least doing because for me right now it goes really fast to do one. I would recommend waiting at the beginning though because it's pretty slow.
Yeah.
It's pretty slow and boring and you take ages to kill the mobs and bosses. I'm at a point where I don't really take any damage from anything, even the bosses don't really deal any damage. So I just go in and finish it in like 5 minutes. In Odo and max level and everything. But if it's harder for you, I would recommend just, yeah, keep them on the side and do them later when you have time.
That's a nice suggestion.
Oh, your mic went to shit.
Yeah, I know, there's something going on. I've muted it on stream, so it's not too loud.
Oh, there's a train in the back.
Yeah, it's awful. There's a train. I live next to a train station. It causes problems.
Alright, it's gone.
Close my window. Yep.
It's gone, it's gone.
So there's demon conquest and things like that. Being asked, should we wait until we can do max stage or when it can drop purple? I guess that's in terms of demon conquests.
Honestly, it's up to your preference. If you're trying to go for how much time you spend on the demon run versus how much percentages you want to get the loot, you know? It's like, do you want to go fast or do you want to have a higher chance of getting the loot? And both answers are valid. I think it's really up to preference.
Yeah.
I personally waited because I don't really like spending hours on something and then get nothing out of it.
Yep.
I think it's annoying. So if you have the patience, just wait, I would say.
Okay, and do you do the conquest in the abyss? So when you go to Girl's Nightmare, for example.
Can't you see the map? No, you can't see the map. I do the top one where I auto farm. That's it. I don't really care otherwise.
Okay. That is of course Kiddy.
Mostly because
yeah.
I have this.
Oh, who's this? Archer.
But I have like a lot of things.
A lot of
So
things.
companions are basically carrying my ass because I don't really do my conquests anymore. Like all of these are done, as you can see. I haven't done any of these when the companions are doing it. See, they're hard at work. And I have all of these can do it. Those are farming or something else, I think. Like
Yep.
they're farming actual crafting stuff, but
So then in
do
terms of
have-
companions, do you prefer to send people out and, hunt and gather, or do you, everybody who can do region conquest, you send them on that? Or do you prefer hunting and...
So the ones, since I have the choice, I send the ones that do conquest on conquest all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that don't necessarily do, I send on either... Hunting is like, it's fine, because you get some markings out of it, but I don't think it's worth in terms of gear. I never got anything out of it.
Yeah.
So I don't think hunting is that good. So yeah, I just do gatherable, especially if you get blues, do the blues first, because then you get a lot of stuff to craft some purples.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, then it's just my conquests. My greens always go on coral. My coral is over there.
Coral's
There
always
you
the
go.
one that goes missing.
Yeah. Coral is over there. I have all of my greens on coral pretty much.
Yep.
Because you can craft gems with them, so it's a good source of getting soul stones all the time.
Mhm.
And then it's just like, yeah, getting ore everywhere I can. Those are on ore. Those are on ore. Gather wolves. This one's hunting. It's the only one because I'm missing markings out of there.
Yep.
And this one is only hunting, I think.
Kind of.
Can't use it for anything else.
Yeah.
So yeah. Companions are really useful to basically do the thing you don't want to do. And they should always be doing what you don't want to do.
Yeah. I'm
Let's
being
see
asked.
you get some markings out of them.
Yeah. I'm being asked. Do you level your professions?
I do the crafting ones because by elimination, since I'm already crafting a lot of things passively, it's really easy for me to just go and craft them. But as you can see, I don't really gather much. I'm really behind in gathering. Though if you want to focus on gathering, I would say go for these first. Because they're not really highly contested right now. They're a good source of getting Shining Gathering Essence. And also, it's easier for you to then craft these. Purples.
That'd be
So
pretty
you
crazy.
need 1000, but if you do the crafting yourself, plus you use your companions, then you eventually get 1000 in maybe like a week or two. Which is really good to get, like, those.
Definitely.
Because then you can sell them. No, you can't. They're bound.
No, they're
Haha.
banned. Yeah. Then you can sell the ones you're
But yeah.
wearing.
Exactly. You can sell the one you wear and use those as basically gimbal material.
Mhm. Is it useful to be legendary max in alchemy? Oh, I don't think we're
what is
sure
it?
at this point. I'm not sure.
For me, it would
Legendary.
be actually
Go on.
because they give 5% HP. Those give 500. I have 14k HP, 13k HP, so I would get more HP from those.
Mhm.
But as you can see, they're really costly to craft, and I'm lazy. But to be fair, yeah, it's very worth. It's very worth because they're basically a source that you have more with those purples plus these plus these. If you spam all of your pots while you're PvPing, then you're assured to survive for a while.
Yeah, for sure. So is there anything else on a day-to-day basis that you think is essential to kind of growing your CP app before we move on?
Honestly, not really. Because for me, the biggest thing right now, it's like in my position, you have to understand that I don't really have to farm conquest anymore. I don't need the conquest. They don't give me XP. And don't like the soul shards are nice, but I only get 10. I would probably get more by just going to in the abyss.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of stuff that I don't need myself.
So it's
But I
important to
would
know.
still
Yeah.
recommend everyone to do their conquest on like every single map because they get so many imprints out of it, you know.
Yeah.
And if you're done with imprints, it's whatever.
So it's
But
probably
yeah.
important to bear in mind we are kind of aiming at, like, once you do hit that CP limit where it comes down to what you spend
Yeah.
your day doing. That's
Like I have a lot of stuff to do on my main than I used to.
Yeah.
A lot of my time is spent on the training post to get item sets.
Yeah. And what do? You just kind of sit there refreshing, or
No, I just like auto farm, then go AFK, then come back, check every once in a while if there's anything.
Yep, of course.
At least, even if you can't research any item sets, what I did is take some screenshots of what I need, and then you can actually go in a training post and search here. So you can do that, and then you go all classes, and you kind of get an idea of all the prices.
Without having to hop back and forth between your item sets.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, that's a great tip.
So yeah, as you can see, Knight are selling for 2,000, and then you go underneath, and it's like 10. So it's silly.
Yeah, for sure. I'm being asked, I'm being told even, the blacksmithing quest gives 1 Brelin gloves, and the polishing quest gives 1 Brelin belt.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure about those. Does that mean once you get to legendary, you get a free
So
Brelin
when
belt?
you get to legendary 5, which is not legendary 1, it's a bit further.
Yep.
You get the master quest available. And where is it? No. And the master quest gives you some rewards, as you can see.
Ooh, okay.
Like, to give you a master silver, which is like a big silver thing. I think you can craft a legendary with a purple with it faster or some shit. But yeah, if you do these, you get, as he said, you get gloves when you get to like episode 5 probably.
which is pretty insane.
I'm still doing it, to be fair, so
Yeah.
I'm not 100% on that, but we'll see.
That'd be interesting.
I
to
don't see any reason not to believe it, because the rewards are already pretty good just for the first quest.
For sure. So, I mean, that's your day-to-day gone, at least. I know you spend a lot of time doing world bosses and things like that, and it's important to keep in mind that Kiddy is, you know, one of the highest CPs on Milia 3 at the moment. Not Milia 3. Oh, yeah, Milia 3. So,
Well, server as well. I'm pretty high server. Probably not as high as I used to be, but I'm probably like top 20 server.
yeah, so there you go. In Milia as a whole, he's probably top 20, which is, you know, really
Probably
impressive.
25 now. Probably 30.
We
It's
never
probably
know.
going down every minute. It's probably going down, but
That's not what matters. So he does actually get a lot of DPS on bosses and things like that, and that is contributing to, like, you know, finishing his Demon Stone item sets. In terms of recommending what to do if you are not dealing all that damage, you know, it's actually, you know, all down to RNG at that point. Like, what sort of things are you getting out of your
I
chests
mean,
when you do
something
get
that I didn't talk about obviously is ults, because Jeffring went kind of over it, but ults are obviously a very good source of getting everything.
Yeah, of
I actually
course.
didn't follow his advice, and I didn't buy these, which I'm gonna do now.
So you only
But
have the
yeah.
4 ults at the moment?
Yeah, I only have 4 ults right now. I'll
Wow.
have 6 by tonight though.
Yeah,
but
that's
yeah.
important. So in terms of ults then, okay, we'll move on to that. What do you do on a daily basis when it comes to those?
I actually don't do anything.
Don't do
I
anything.
think I'm slacking my ults too much, but
Yep. Do you just not see any value in the daily rewards and things?
Did you see what just happened on screen?
No, what happened? Oh wait, starting a fight anyway. Dope.
I just saw them running in front of me and be like, "Stop running away, my dude."
That's brilliant. God, tomorrow I'll level up my Black S, was leveling my Alchemy, but Legendary 1 is enough, definitely. Do you know what a good Knight skill talent build? I mean, Kiddy doesn't play Knight, he plays Slayer, but
Oh, Knight?
yeah, he's asking for
We
Knight.
could ask I heal, honestly.
Could definitely ask Ahil. I'll be speaking to Ahil later on as well, which is important to note. He plays Knight.
We could share our builds and make like
Definitely.
a documentation thing
Yeah,
for
for
every
sure.
class, because we have pretty much one top player of every class.
And we are planning on making more content for the community as well. That's
Yeah.
what this is.
I'm not sure everyone theory crafted. I know I did, and I did with the chat, which really helped as well, because like some people were able to give me advice on things I overlooked.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so my build is, I think, pretty good right now. We'll see how it goes later when we get to
Do you want
next
to
choice.
get that build up, and then we can post screenshots and things.
Definitely, yeah.
So, any reason behind the choices you've chose?
Oh, you want to talk about it now?
I mean, that's probably a different topic entirely, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll do that
it's not
another
really
time.
CP.
Yeah,
It's more class dependent.
exactly. So, anything else you think that's really important to kind of, say?
Keep track of your progress. See if you're missing anything. Check more final, because right now I have everything to 100%. It's not really representative, obviously. But if you go into final level, you can sort of get an idea of what you're behind in. Like, I know that my features I'm behind in. I know that features is a lot of things you can do, like killing mobs, etc. I don't really keep track of those, but you should. It gives a bunch of CP. Like, all these give some CP, right?
Yeah.
So if you can get some free levels and you see like one of those yellow bars is almost close, like this one, see, it's pretty free. I just had to dig 7 times and I'm done with it. Definitely, like, probably go there and do it. If it's sucking those, but it's probably a good source as well, because eventually you get some CP out of it. And you get some coins, so it's always worth to do.
Coins are always worth.
Yeah. But yeah, it's starting to get like really hard to make CP at my level. The best source right now would be for me to get better gear. I'm waiting for a brilliant dagger. There's one in the shop, but it's way too expensive.
Oof.
Obviously get the purple cloak as soon as I can, so because that would mean one more gem, which is a high source of CP. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering which one is the best, this one is.
Is that overall gem
wondering.
in terms of CP?
No, I think attack is still the best. Wait, am I wrong?
I think you are. Oh, there we go.
No, I think defense is first. Oh, it's the same actually.
Yeah, so that's important to know.
Yeah, so it's the same.
Wow.
But yeah, if you just got the soul stones, the new soul stones, and you're wondering which one to upgrade first, do Will. It's the biggest CP.
Okay, and that's defense and evade as well, so they're really good stats for trying to tank bosses.
They're all defensive stats, I think. Yeah. All of these are defensive stats.
Yeah, that's almost perfect. Of course, rings are like the only pay-to-win thing. Of course, you don't actually have to pay money. If
This
you
whole
are in a
gear,
top
yeah.
guild, you can, get there over time. It'll just take a long time with the red
Well, keep in mind
contribution.
it's not that much CP either. It's like 6,000, 7,000 CP difference, which in a grand scheme of things, what blip blip blip,
Yep, English.
won't really mean too much. Like you'll basically sit around here where someone sits around here.
Yeah, of course.
But in terms of difference, it's like between 20 and 15. There's not that much difference right now,
Mm-hmm.
so it won't matter too much. Besides, I don't think anybody else is going for rings, so.
Yep. Anything else you'd like to add?
Do your world bosses, be nice. Uh, that's it. I
That's
don't think
pretty
there's
much
that much to do anymore for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just that slow
Potential, like I said, we haven't talked about, but it's kind of obvious. Oh no, there is one tip on potential that we could give.
grind. Okay.
Um, where is it? Yes, these. So you see those packs that give you enchanted necklace.
Mm-hmm.
You might have wondered why can I not use it for anything, or why like they're useless. They're not useless at all. They're made on purpose that you can eat them in your spirit so that it levels faster.
Yeah.
So potential goes way faster if you buy those in the shop, like all the daily ones like this. As you can see, I always buy them
Mm-hmm.
because they're not useless at all. They just give a shit ton of CP, but in the spirit.
Definitely.
They give you like 5-6 levels.
Uh,
And which one I would go first? Oops.
Wrong one.
I don't know. Honestly,
I'd say the purple one is probably best in terms of CP.
I would
HP,
say that
parry,
as
crit
well,
hit.
because
Yeah.
crit hit and HP.
So is
Parry is
150
good,
the
but
max?
you get parry from everything else.
Yeah. So insight typically, at least with Slayer, I don't know if they change between classes, but I've been doing purple, green, blue. Yeah, that seems sensible. I think purple should be priority, and then
Yeah,
the
that's
other
what I
two.
did as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you get enough stats on, gonna call them monsters, even though there's humans in there, but you get more stats on monsters from everything else. In research. Oh yeah, research I haven't talked about, but obviously do your research. But I
Obviously.
think it's been talked about with Jeff already.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, doing
How are
your
you
research, maxing
progressing on your
everything.
pages at least?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm missing a few blues that I'm just collecting through hunting.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's mostly everything is level 1. I have some level 4 because when I AFK farm, they all die.
Yep.
As you can see, this one's maxed. That's why I'm not going there anymore. But yeah, same thing. This one is pay to win. Those ones are pay to win as well. Which ones are not pay to win? I have some others. Yeah, there you go. This one. This one I'm still progressing on as well, but slowly, because it's not my priority.
Yeah.
I have the buses all to 1. I have Artumen. On buses, I'm doing pretty fine. Brokit is maxed. Backtire is maxed. Dynux is level 4, almost 5. Well, almost. Missing 6, which is like killing it once. I just haven't come back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Artumen as well. Artumen is slower, but really looking to get it because 200 attack on the boss is really good. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, we've been asked, region boss is worth it if other servers come to PK. Any comments on region bosses as like a low CP player?
I don't do them anymore. I just do them whenever they here, but otherwise I don't really actively search for them. We're talking about these?
No,
or
region
about these?
bosses would be the daily, the ones we gather for.
Oh,
Uh,
this. Wait, no. Region
yeah,
bosses are.
these,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, they're worth going. You won't really die per se if you just go get your hits and then leave and play safe.
Mm-hmm. And by leave,
Luna
he doesn't mean
ones-
completely leave the area. He means
Yeah,
just kind of sit back. Yeah, because otherwise you'll lose all contribution, which means you won't get
But
anything.
if you're scared of dying too much in Luna, which is, by the way, not that big of a deal, like dying is not a big punishment in this game. They say you lose gear, but losing gear just means it drops, you pay 50k gold, and you get it back, so. Like, dying is not that big of a deal. But let's say you don't want to die and you don't really want to lose all the effort you put into trying to hit the boss even once, which I can understand. I would say it's still worth trying, I'd say. Even if you don't go on your own server, even if you go leech somewhere else and you feel like it's safer. You can probably go in a mess that is Milia 1 and get away with getting a few hits without people hitting you because there's too many people anyways.
Yeah, for sure. Losing progress on the boss. So yeah, losing progress, of course, is a punishment for dying, but it depends on the boss. If you can get in there and deal a little bit of damage again, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I think that's it for questions. Any questions for Kiddy before, of course, we finish up, because he's being very generous with his time. It's a top mill free player, top 20
Really busy farming.
overall. Yeah, he's
AFK.
super busy, as you can see. He's oh, there's a Hellrise over there.
Yeah.
Interesting, fun. M1 literally lags my PC. Yeah, I think it does everybody's. It's fun. So yeah, just waiting for questions. Quick recap on alts.
Do them as soon as possible. Get them to level 60 plus. If, I guess I can show my alts, but I've been really lazy on them.
Yeah, there's no harm in that. Bear in mind, these videos will be going on YouTube as well, and Jeffring did spend quite a bit of time on, you know, what his alt schedule normally is.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be able to go back and rewatch that.
Yep. But alts are... I've been lazy on mine. So this one is the only one that I took to 55. The only thing I do is like log in, do that. I actually take the XP because I'm not XPing myself. Like I just log in. So Jeffring advised to take imprints. I would probably follow the advice if I was leveling my alts, but I'm not really doing it.
Yep.
Then I get those. Yeah, I got some boxes. I'll open them later, whatever. Then I do that. Go on the other alts. Check if I have anything. I won't have anything right now, but take the XP. I take a level. Boom, I get a box. I'll open it later, etc., etc., etc. And I just do that. And then to get to that level, I usually just AFK farm until it stops. Like I go to bed, leave the game running, and at some point I'll wake up and I'll have died somewhere in the story, which is not really a big deal.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's where I leave my alt usually.
Alright, so why are they worth and what do you want to farm on them? Is a question from the Alpha Timmers. Oh, Alexa, be quiet.
Farming, you don't really farm anything, you just do the main quests. Everything that you get is from the leveling event, like this thing, because you get a lot of packs in there that give you a lot of rewards. Same thing for this thing. Same thing for these that you get on each alt, one by one. Not this. Same thing on this that you get each day on each alt. So it's really, really valuable to have one. I think those as well. So yeah, having an alt means you get every single daily reward times 6.
Which is insane.
And yeah, and since everything is pretty much shared, like the companions, the mounts, the pets are shared, every time you get summons, you might get lucky on one of your ults because you have literally 6 chances of hitting something. Or in other cases like this, because you get 5, like 50 chances more. Math, I don't know math, but you get my point. Like you get a lot of chances to actually find something.
So yeah, with those you get, you know, a roll every day on a purple pet and a purple mount. So you're getting,
Yeah,
you know,
times
30
6.
rolls of a mount, 30 rolls of a pet every day for 5 days, which is crazy. Not 30 a day. Don't get that mistaken. That would be insane.
Same thing with those. You can complete them on each alt.
Yeah.
The name conquest is daily as well. You can do them on alt. I guess there's probably no harm because you get loot out of it. So
Of course, and if you do reach a point where you're kind of limited on your main account, then there's no harm in going for your monthlies on your alts as well. Because if you get your monthlies done, of course you do get a Brelin gear chest.
Yep.
If you know gear's a question, because then you know even if it's duplicate, you can try and roll that past what your existing gear is. So say if I
yeah,
had
even
a
playing
6.
your alts if you're actually stuck on your main isn't a bad thing because all the rewards are shared, all the items are shared. Even if you don't share the resource, you can easily swap the items on each account.
Yep. And then you get
So
to
it's
upgrade.
it's really easy.
Yep. Soul shards, you know, people's panic when they see, oh, I can't send these across. You can't send the soul shards across, but you can send the gems across. So send the gems across to different alts, level them up with the soul shards on that account, send them back. That happens with lots of magic tomes. You can't send those across typically. So just send your items across. Try and enchant them somewhere else.
Or get lazy and buy them on the... No, don't do that.
Or get lazy and buy.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Of course. So yeah. Now the real question: how far is your progress on the whale reward? I mean, he's
I
already
didn't show it
that.
earlier.
Yeah, he showed that already. It's finished.
Yeah.
I think that's common between some of the high CPs. I know mine's finished at this point. There's no number there, thankfully. So no Kiddy exposed hashtag today.
69K dollars.
Yeah, 69.420. Thought it'd show the number. Yeah, you wish. I see what you're trying to do, Mystics. But yeah, any more questions before we wrap up, guys? We'll have iHeal on after this. And I'd like to see a lot of thank yous in the chat for Kiddy. I'm sure he'll linger in the chat for a little bit longer if you want to ask him any questions on Twitch.
I'll be, how'd you call it?
Lurking.
Not snitching. Yeah, lurking.
Yeah, there you go. Not snitching.
I'll be lurking.
Exactly. Like I said, just like Jeff's interview, this will end up on YouTube as well. Go sub to the YouTube channel for that. I don't know if we're going to make like a Milia free YouTube. That would be a bit too much, I think. We'll see. But yeah, I'll upload it on that YouTube channel.
Keep it for yourself.
Yeah, that's fine by me. Go and give that a sub, and I'll definitely mention in game and on stream at some point next time they're up. Feel free to ask. I think we've got iHeal up next. Kiddy, thank you once again for your time.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, always call you Kiddy, any day. It's been great. Really appreciate it. And hopefully a lot of people appreciate your time. I see you getting lots of thanks and pogs in the chat, so that's great.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you very. All right, so that concludes the interview with Kiddy. It was very, very productive. I learned quite a few things about what it's like to be, at the top. The best ways that a very high CP player can gain their CP. So once I hit that point, maybe I'll be using some of Kiddy's tips. Of course, that's only really super useful if you are at the high CP, but a lot of the standards that are in place there are kind of throughout the game. So be sure to take on board some of those things. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like, comment, and a subscribe. Any comments with feedback you have for the format, we will be improving it. Hopefully add a bit more structure for future videos. And like I said, this is all recorded on Twitch, so go and give that Twitch a follow. Kiddy also streams on Twitch, so his link will be down in the description too, so you can go and watch him from time to time. Thank you very much, everybody. Don't know why I ended on such a weird, that sounded kind of strange at the end. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope it helped. If anything really did stand out, be sure to comment down below and give thanks to Kiddy, because it's taken a lot of time from him. As always, thank you very much. Look forward to the next one. Bye bye.